What's going on, everybody? Hello and welcome. This is Avirx, and today I'm going to be discussing the new Dragon's Dogma anime that premiered on Netflix a week ago. I finished all of the episodes yesterday. There's 7 episodes, for season one. There's only one season so far that's been released. There's an English dub and there's a Japanese dub. I watched it in the English. Well, I started out in Japanese and then I switched over to English, and then I was switching between English and Japanese to figure out which one that I prefer. On episode 2, I only did it for like a few times on episode 2, and I stayed on dub. I preferred the dub, and I wanted to watch it in English. I usually do prefer dubs. Well, I used to, but now I'm starting to watch my anime in Japanese due to dubbing companies like Funimation. They're screwing up the translations in certain woke politics in their lines and putting in lines about the patriarchy and Gamergate and stuff now. So I'm easing off of dubs and moving over to subtitles more. But the dub here is excellently done. It's fine. So it doesn't matter which one you do. Both performances are great. In fact, I would say that the English dub is almost even better, almost better than the Japanese one, if not so. I didn't watch this on Netflix. I think Netflix is garbage now. They really went downhill. I haven't, with the recent, the whole cuties fiasco, and then even before that, Netflix is just full on. They went full on woke, full on SJW. But I canceled my Netflix subscription a while back. I haven't had a Netflix account in over a year now. But things have just gotten worse, man. So yeah, I don't want to give Netflix my money. I watched Dragon's Dogma. Well, I know this. Let's say I know this guy. He has a ship. He likes to sail the seven seas. He has a parrot too. He has a parrot and he likes to wear an eye patch and he goes yar for some reason. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. But yeah, he seems to. Every time I want to watch anytime I want to watch like a movie or watch something on Netflix, he's like, he provides that for me. I don't know. I don't know where he gets it from. I don't know. I assume it's legal, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, But anyway, yeah, let me just say that I really, really enjoyed this anime, man. It was amazing. It was amazing. It was just as good as Castlevania Netflix. The story is about this guy named Ethan. It starts out, with this guy named Ethan. He's living in his village with his pregnant wife. When all of a sudden this dragon attacks, this evil dragon comes out of a portal in the sky and it swoops down and starts destroying the village and everything and causing, death and chaos and carnage. And Ethan ends up fighting against ends up trying to fight the dragon. Of course he can't. He's just a man. He wants to protect his wife. That's not Well, that's part of the reason, but it's not the full reason as to why he wants to attack the dragon. I'm trying to avoid spoilers. It happens in the first episode and gives him his motivation to keep going. But I still, it's still something that I would prefer that you guys experience on your own. I don't want to spoil. I'm going to spoil as little as possible. I'm trying not to do any spoilers, but yeah. So he attacks the dragon. Like I said, there's reasons for that, but I don't want to spoil it. He goes after the dragon to protect his pregnant wife. He fails, and then the dragon was like, "Hey, do you hate me? Do you want to kill me?" and all of that stuff. And so he takes Arisen's heart out of his body, and then leaves and tells Arisen to come after me and find me if you want to kill me. And that sets the whole thing off. He is now an Arisen. So the anime is about Ethan going on this quest for revenge. So he's basically a Kratos. He's basically like Kratos, you know what I'm saying? Kratos in medieval time. Vengeance against this dragon for what it has done is all he seeks. And of course, on his travels, he meets different people and stuff like that and experiences different things. It seems that the anime explores human nature, like the cruelty the cruelty side of it, like the sin of pride and greed and lust and stuff like that. It discusses that type of thing. It doesn't necessarily beat you over the head with it. Everything is well done. in this anime, everything is well done. The voice acting, the characterizations, well, not everything. The animation. Unfortunately, the anime uses 3D. It has this 3D animation that's kind of jarring at first, but you get used to it. I got used to it. I know that 3D animation is a sin amongst anime fans, or so I've heard. From what I've seen I've always seen anime fans complain about 3D in anime, and I see why. It's just I don't particularly like it either. It just doesn't look good. But it's not awful. It's not terrible. It's not enough to keep you from enjoying the show. Like I said, you'll get used to it. You do get used to it. I got used to it, and then you forget about it and you're enjoying the show. So that's the one negative. There's also another small negative as well, but I'll get to that. But yeah, man, everything is done. The characters. This show pulls no freaking punches at all, man. It pulls no punches. It will kill your characters. Like if Ethan the Arisen, say like he meets this new character in an episode, and then maybe they have to team up and fight. And you're thinking, oh, I like this character, and you're thinking he's gonna stick around or become some sort of ally that'll show up later on to help. Nope, he's dead. He gets killed. He or she, whatever character, the show will kill that character off. But it's not done. It's not done just for shock value. All the deaths in this anime, is done tastefully. It's done for a reason. You know what I'm saying? It progresses. It progresses the story. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever story arc for that's in that episode. You know what I mean? Like, people just aren't killed just for nothing. This anime there's a lot of blood, there's a lot of carnage, there's a lot of gore. Well, I wouldn't say a lot, it's not excessive, but there is blood, carnage, gore. It is not like the video game as far as that content is concerned. I'm currently playing through the video game for the first time. Not specifically because of the anime. I had bought the game. I bought Dragon's Dogma Arisen, Dark Arisen, a few months ago when it was on sale because I wanted to try it out. And I just never got around to playing it. But then when I found out about the Netflix anime, I was like, well, yeah, why don't I give it a try? It'll be perfect. I can stream it. I've been streaming it, and I've also been making the parts available as well on YouTube as I stream it as part of a Let's Play. So a little plug right there. If you want to watch my playthrough of Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, check it out. I think I'll put a little link at the top if you want to watch that. It's right on my channel. So yeah, but anyway, yeah, the Dragon's Dogma video game is not so bloody or gore or violent. I would say like a 12-year-old, a 13-year-old, 14-year-old, kids around those age can play the game. But the anime, heck no, you can't watch. I wouldn't recommend kids watch the anime. It has everything there. It's brutal, it's bloody. It gets gory. Titties flying out. Sex, full-on sex. There's one part in an episode where this lady is getting banged from behind by this dude, and it's just shown in all detail. It's just shown right there. There's no censoring, there's no nothing. So yeah, this is not for children at all. So do not. So just because little Timmy, played Dragon's Dogma, do not let him. Don't think that he can watch the anime. No, I would not recommend this to children at all. Adults, strictly for adults. But yeah, man, this I just really enjoyed this anime. And then the villain, the dragon can talk. The villain was well done, man. When you have a villain that you actually understand and feel bad for, and understand his motivations, you can sympathize with him, then you have a good villain, and that is this villain, man. Holy crap! In the last episode, when we finally find, when Arisen finally reaches a dragon, and we end up finding out about the dragon's backstory. I mean, it was just so well done, man. And you end up thinking, going, wow, so that's what happened. Holy crap! It's not, because the dragon has a reason. He has a reason for doing the things he does, believe it or not. There is a reason. He has a reason for coming to that village and killing all those people and burning it down. Like, there's actually a reason for that. He's not just evil for evil's sake. I hope that's not a spoiler. That's probably a spoiler. I'm sorry, but if that is. But yeah, man, it was, and the twist at the ending, man, that twist was crazy. I just did not expect that. I don't know if it's like that in the video game as well. I haven't beaten the video game yet. So I don't know if that's the same thing that happens with the dragon in the video game. It is a really good ending, man, and a really good villain. You know, at first I was thinking, oh wow, okay, so why does he just takes the dude's heart? I'm thinking that the whole dragon taking the guy's heart thing was just a stupid. It was just contrived, you know, so to give the hero a reason to want to go on a journey and you know, I thought it was just a contrived reason for the hero to have a journey to go on. But no, you know, there's a reason. There's a reason the dragon does what he does, and it's a good reason. I teared up a few times watching this anime. There's some, you know, like I said, it gets brutal. Also, I want to mention that the sex and the nudity in this show is not like excessive. It's not. I wouldn't say it's not fan servicey, except for one part. There was one part with some goblins attacking this lady, and the goblins tore her chest. I mean, not tore her chest, but they tore her clothes where her chest is, and her titties popping out, her boobs popping out. And then I'm thinking, oh crap, are these goblins gonna do what I think they're gonna do? You know, are they gonna take advantage of her? You know what I'm saying? But no, they don't. They just, for whatever reason, they just tear her chest and have her boobs pop out, and that's it. They don't tear any part of her clothes off. And I'm thinking, okay, so what was the point of that? You know, that's the only time in that anime where I thought this was just done for fan service. But other than that, every other time when there's nudity or sex shown, it's done tastefully. There's a reason for it. It's within context. Same thing with the gore and stuff. It's all just done so well, man. The characters are done so well. And like I said, it explores themes of human nature, man. But like, it's not like in your face with it. You know what I mean? It's not in your face. It's not trying to give you a message, hey, humans were the monsters all along. It's nothing like that, man. It's just all done so well. It presents these things to you, and then it kind of does its own commentary on it, and then it wants you to think about it as well. You know what I'm saying? Think about what it's presenting to you. But yeah, this anime was amazing, man. Excellent. 10 out of 10, man. Just as good, if not better, than Castlevania Netflix. I did not expect, you know, it to be done that good. Combat, the action in this, the action done, it's pretty good. The action is great. There's a lot of throwbacks to the video game that you're gonna recognize immediately, especially with all of the monsters you've seen. In the video game, especially a certain type of four-legged animal that likes to hunt in packs. You'll know what I'm talking about for those of you who have played the video game. But yeah, man, you recognize some of the spells they use, like the enchantments. There's even an episode where Ethan has to use a lantern, you know, because he's in a cave. It's just, you know, if you play the video game, it's just a lot of nice nods, you know, and I appreciate it a lot. Let's see, anything else I want to talk about? Oh yeah, compared to the video game, I would say that I really enjoyed the story in the anime, but I can't say the same thing for the video game. I'm currently playing through it. So far, the video game for me has been a mixed bag, unfortunately. The combat, the positives for the video game, I will say the combat is good. I do like the combat and the exploration. But there's a lot of stuff in that game that I just don't like, you know. But this isn't about the video game. This is about the anime. And I'm telling you now. Oh, and also for those of you who may be interested in the anime but haven't watched the video. I mean, haven't played the video game. No, you do not need to have played the video game to understand the anime. You know, I don't really fully understand the story in the video game either. It's like, because of how it's done, that's one of my annoyances with that video game. Like, you don't know what's a main quest and what's a side quest, you know, half the time. So yeah, so no, you don't need to play the video game to know anything or about the anime per se, or to understand anything. The anime doesn't do a good job of explaining where the pawn came from. For those of you who don't know, pawns are they look like humans, but they aren't humans. They're these like emotionless, like almost robots. They just serve the arisen. That's it. You know, they're very blunt. They're very no nonsense. They just get straight to the point. They always do whatever's the most efficient and whatever's the most rational. They don't, that's all they are. They're kind of like robots, you know what I mean? And Ethan has a pawn called Hannah. It's a female. It's blonde hair, blue-eyed female. She's very efficient. She's really good. A lot of the times, if not for her, Arisen, her and Arisen are a team. They can't. They have to work together. They work together constantly throughout the anime to get the job done. One can't win without the other. You know what I'm saying? They make a really good team. So yeah, but there's also one other negative that I want to talk about, which is unfortunately there's this tiny little woke moment at the end of the very last episode, where the pawn. Hannah is walking down this road, right, and there's these group of children running, and there's 3 boys and 1 girl. The boys are running, the girl trips and falls, she starts crying, the boys turn around to see what happened, and then Hannah walks up to the little girl, and the little girl looks at Hannah, and Hannah says, you're stronger than you realize. And then the girl wipes her tears, says thank you, and runs off. That I saw that as kind of like an SJW woke moment, saying, hey, girls are strong, girls are tough too, and blah blah blah. Because it was 3 girls and 1 boy, and the girl fell and then started crying. And then she comes up, a female pawn herself comes up and says, you're stronger than you seem, and all of that. And there's also one other negative that I want to mention, but it's a huge spoiler. So here we go. Huge spoilers, guys. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so Arisen, we learned that the dragon used to be an Arisen, right? He used to be an Arisen just like Ethan. He too fought the previous dragon, and it turns out that the sin of pride, going out, seeking revenge, is what doomed them to turn into the evil dragon. And since Arisen also gave in to the sin of pride and became filled with vengeance and went after the dragon that's there now, he also turned into the new dragon. And so so that left Hannah by herself, and Ethan's wish before he fully transformed into the new dragon was for Hannah to save people from him. That was his wish. And so now it's just Hannah now, the female. She has no freaking emotions. She's an emotionless pawn that just does, like, it makes no sense. How is this gonna work with her? You know what I mean? I don't understand. The female pawn was left. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't really see that as woke so much as I just don't get how it works. How is that gonna work? She's not really that. She doesn't really stand out. She didn't stand out, man. All she did was follow Ethan around. And she made sure Ethan was okay, and she helped him. Her number one goal was to serve Ethan and make sure he didn't die and to keep him alive. That's it. She did display a bit of emotion. She did display her emotions at the end when Ethan was in the process of transforming into a dragon. Ethan wanted her to kill him, so to stop him from transforming. But she burst. She had an outburst, said, "No, I can't do it," and had tears coming down her eyes. So she finally felt the emotion and refused, and of course, and Ethan turned into the new dragon, and that's how that went. But yeah, I don't know how I feel about that ending, man. Like an emotionless pawn is going to be the new protagonist. But anyway, guys, I feel like I'm rambling on. I don't want this to get too long. That's my opinions about this anime. It is excellent. Like I said, all of it pulls no punches. It goes all in. It kills off its characters, but it's done tastefully. It's not just done for shock value. Everything in this anime is done properly. Included in sex and the nudity and the gore and the violence, man. It's not just done excessively. It's not just done just for shock value. It's done tastefully. It's done within context, and it's done in a way that makes sense and you understand it, man. Voice acting is well done. Like I said, the characters are well done. Like I said, the dub is just as good as the Japanese dub. Japanese version is not, if not better. My only gripes, like I said, is the animation. It uses this 3D animation that just doesn't look good, but it's not enough to ruin your experience. It's not good. And also that little woke moment with the little girl. Like, come on, man. It's like, oh no, what is season 2 going to be about? But this is Japan, though. I have faith in Japan, and maybe I'm just looking too much into it. But can you blame me? 2020 has been a dumpster fire, man. It has been awful. But yeah, that'll do it, guys. Like I said, you don't need to play the video game in order to watch the anime. Trust me, you really don't at all. Only thing you will be lost on is probably what a pawn is. A pawn is the anime doesn't really do anything to explain where they come from and why they're there. She just shows up and says, "Hey, I'm here to serve you," and that's about it. I serve the Arisen, and then Ethan just say, "Okay, well, all right, fine, we'll go then. I'm going to go defeat the dragon," you know. So yeah, man, that'll do it, guys. I just wanted to talk about this anime because I enjoyed it so much, man. I really enjoyed it. I tend to only talk about stuff that I enjoy. I don't just make topics just to make a video. I'm not a news commentator like Young or anything like that. I just only make videos talking about stuff when I feel like it, you know. So that'll do it, guys. If you enjoyed this, please like the video, subscribe, consider donating. I stream on both Twitch and YouTube 5 days a week, from 8 a.m. Eastern to let's see, to 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It's 6 hours. I try to stream for 6 hours. I don't always stream for 5 hours. 5 hours, yeah. I try to stream for 5 hours. I don't always stream for 5 hours. It's just like from 8 a.m. Eastern to 1 p.m. in the afternoon. It's more of a section of time when I can stream, and not so much as, hey, I always stream for 5 hours, you know. So yeah, so check me out on Twitch right now. I am streaming Dragon's Dogma. This will be the last week I'll stream. I'm streaming it before I switch over to a new game. It's October. I'm gonna try to stream some scary stuff. I'm gonna be doing Fear 2 and Evil Within for October and Halloween and all of that stuff, guys. So please, if you want to watch me stream, check me out there. I stream on both Twitch and YouTube at the same time through Restream. So no matter where you want to watch me, it's okay. Also, please check out my Let's Plays. I have a whole bunch of video games up there. A lot of good stuff. A lot of the greats from last year and this year, including classics like Halo. I'm gonna be uploading Halo. I have Uncharted. You know, a lot of classic stuff like Uncharted. And I have Horizon Zero Dawn, I have Spider-Man, I have God of War, I have Devil May Cry 5, I have Final Fantasy VII Remake, Last of Us 2, hated that game, Doom Eternal, A Plague Tale of Innocence, Bloodstained, Sekiro, Division 2, yeah, I got a lot of stuff, man, and then a lot more stuff to come, guys. I will also be uploading Watch Dogs 2 to my channel this month. So yeah, man, got a lot of good stuff coming. Thank you for watching, guys, and I will see you all next time. Have a good one.